Hey guys, what is going on to all of my freaks and geeks out there? It is me, Quita, aka Blasian Quita, and I want to welcome you back to Sin TV Now, where of course I bring you smart, intelligent news in regards to the news, gaming, and culture. Oh my gosh, guys. I have been waiting for this game to come out. This is the game of all games. The JRPG, like I said it, the JRPGs of all JRPGs. I mean, this game goes in the same level as Final Fantasy, and even outside of Japanese role-playing games. I mean, it's legendary as Skyrim and Mass Effect, in my opinion. I mean, this game is so beautiful. So let's check out the intro here, and I'm gonna, of course you know me, I'm gonna give you that good commentary. I'm checking to make sure everything is working. Oh my gosh, everything's working. It's so beautiful, guys. I'm like totally gonna cry up in here. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Because I was having problems, guys, let me tell you, trying to get this stupid thing to set up. I was having, and I apologize for not coming on time today, okay? So, what happened was, for some reason, I don't know what it was, but my capture card was kind of lagging, and I just couldn't get it to work. So I had to uninstall everything and then reinstall it to get it to work now. So it's really a pain. I just don't know why it happened, but I am so glad I was able to fix it. And then once I got that done, then I started having a problem with the window sizing. For some reason, the window just didn't want to go full screen for me. But hey man, God is good. He has blessed me with these, you know, just problem solving skills. So guys, I'm not gonna waste any time. We got two juicy topics of the day to talk about later on the show. We're gonna be talking about why is it good to be single, and STDs unfortunately are on the rise in the US. And as a disclaimer for today's episode, when it comes to STDs, make sure that you go to a medical professional to get the answers to those questions. I am not a medical professional, and I am not someone that is a specialist in regards to relationships. But let's talk a little bit about this game before we get into it today. This is coming from Wikipedia, and we're playing Persona 5. I mean, the Persona 5 community is very interesting. So it is going to be interesting how people who play this game take my opinions on it, because this is like my first time playing like first Persona game like ever. I've heard about the series, I've heard the hype. I bought Persona 4, but I never played it. And then as soon as Persona 5 came out, and like the JRPG people were like hyperventilating, they literally were hyperventilating. But I can see why. The game is beautiful and the music is awesome. I've been listening to a lot of it. The soundtrack is amazing. Like, oh my gosh. So, coming from Wikipedia, Persona 5 is a role-playing video game developed by Atlas for the PlayStation 3 and 4. Persona 5 is chronologically the 6th installment in the Persona series, which is a part of the larger Megami Tensei franchise that was released in Japan in September 2016 and worldwide in April. This game was so many delays, guys, and I'm joking. Where it was published by Atlas in Japan, North America, and Silver in Europe and Australia. So shout out to all the y'all. Horrible accent. But Persona 5 takes place in modern day Tokyo, and that is all that I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to ruin it for myself in this game. Apparently, everybody says you're supposed to play Persona 5 if you are a fan of RPGs in general, but specifically if you like JRPGs, then this is definitely the game for you, and so many people have told me that. So guys, I'm doing what I like to call start to finish, where I'm going to finish the game. We're going to go through it. This game, from what I heard, is extremely long and is well worth it. So guys, I'm new to this game, so please do not take me to be an excellent player, because I am not. So if you guys want to help me along the way, if you got tips for me, let me know, okay? So let's not waste any time. Let's play this game. Let's do this. Play some Persona. Woo! I am so excited, guys. You guys have no idea. I gotta watch this intro one more time because it's just that good. It's just good. Like, I love it. It's so beautiful, man. And I never thought I would be able to play this game. And you know why, guys? Because this game kept getting sold out. And the version that I am playing is the PS3 version. So that is what I'm playing right now. So I couldn't get the PS4 one. You know why, guys? Because you freaks and geeks, like, I swear, you guys go hardcore on Amazon too, apparently. And the game was sold out. And now, for me to find it, it's like almost 50 bucks. And I was like, no, man. Because it was on sale, maybe for like Black Friday or something like that. And, yeah, I was like, oh my God. So, it's crazy. Alright, so let's do this. We saw the intro already, so. Oh my God, we're gonna play Persona! I'm so excited, guys. So excited. Oh my gosh, this game is so flipping good from what I've heard. So, alright, press any button. And look at the graphics too. Okay, so let's do config. See what this is. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have the vibration, we're gonna have the dialogue. No auto advance the text. Let's see. Display subtitles during animations. No. Cursor memory. Man, there's so many options. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Let's go back. Alright, so we're doing a new game of flipping Persona. Alright, let's start the game. Alright. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, guys. You guys have no idea.
This story is a work of fiction.
Oh my gosh.
Similarities between characters or events to persons living or dead in your world are purely coincidental. Only those who have agreed to the above have the privilege of partaking in this game.
For this game, like, you have no idea. Like, every time I wanted it, it would sell out. It would sell out. And then finally I got my hands on a PS3 version. And I know it's not as, like, high, you know, high-end graphics as the PS4 version. But when I was able to get the PS3 version, I was really grateful for that. But I will get the PS4 version once it restocks. Hopefully, I will get that. So, all right. I agree.
The contract has been sealed.
Oh, boy.
The world is not as it should be. It's filled with distortion, and ruin can no longer be avoided.
I'll turn the volume up here.
Those who oppose fate and desire change. From time to time, they were referred to as tricksters. You are the trickster.
Oh,
now is the time to rise against the abyss of distortion.
I am the trickster, apparently. Oh my god. This is so good, guys. I'm so, like, I have, like, tears in my eyes. I never thought I was gonna play this at all. And we're gonna play it from start to finish, man. You guys are gonna see it all. You're gonna see my ups and downs. You're gonna see me break controllers. You're gonna see me, you know, cry a little bit. Oh my gosh. Look how beautiful this looks. Oh no, what's going on, man?
There's something here.
I'm gonna get my remote here. I gotta turn the volume down just a little bit. I like the music too. Like I said earlier, keep adding to it. There we go. Turn the volume down. Oh snap! You look so creepy.
He's here. Moving immediately.
I mean, he looks like he's like, I got my stuff, gotta bounce. Like, da 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 da. You know? Oh man. And I also apologize too, guys, because the PS3 version of Persona
Good. Now
sometimes
get
the
running.
loading times are a little bit long. Alright, good. Now get ready.
This is our only chance.
Alright.
Stay calm. You can get away now. We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end. Who's that? Don't worry about us. Just concentrate on getting away.
Alright, so we gotta escape from the casino. Alright, let's see here. So we got, okay, so action, we have to jump.
But I have to say, showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent. Nice work as always, Joker. I bet Skull wouldn't pull it off that smoothly.
This happens because you have no sense for aesthetics.
Nobody asked you, Inari.
Alright, so what are we doing here? Okay, man, this is sick, man.
There he is.
What are you doing there?
Oh snap.
Just run! Get out of there! Okay, the enemy's focus is on him. Looks like the
And I
rest of
like
them
how
are
they
getting
make
away.
it sound like it's easy to
Everyone
like
remember where
get
we're meeting
out
up?
of bounds, you know?
No worries, I can guide you all.
Where do we go from here? Oh, wait. That's just off of me. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, this game is popping, man. This is popping. Ha, take your time.
Stop right there.
Get away.
Take him
Still
down,
looking
Joker!
fine, though. Now lie. But then again, I have to remember this is
Comparing power levels. No threat. Get him,
Alright,
Joker!
so gun is up. Then persona uses heal. Okay, everything's just self-explanatory. Let's bring that gun. Heck yeah. Shoot this. Gun? Yeah, I still got it.
You're done.
So when you shoot, you can feel the vibration, guys. Like, no lie.
Okay,
Got him.
pull out before their backup gets here.
Take your time. No.
Good. You defeated them with ease. More of them? Be careful!
is so beautiful, guys. Like, oh my god.
All right.
Come on, man.
I like it. He's like, dude, can you even hear us?
I'm okay.
Alright, so we got our map. And one thing about these games too, always important. Look around because you never know. Okay, now for basic directions here or controls, your analog's gonna move him or your character, and then your left analog to be right analog to kind of look around. So. Wow, and I like how when you run to
The intruder simply
like,
can't be found.
There's like a splash. I like how you crouch.
Quick!
Where'd they go, damn it? I can't confirm the intruder's location.
Well, obviously you can't because you're stupid.
Huh? What?
Oh, this is bad. Hi, Joker. You'll never get away. Just, or you'll never get away with just finding you. Hide in the shadows. Sleep past when you see an opening. Alright, so it's our chance to go up these stairs. And just the animation in this game is just so flippin' sweet, man.
He's not alone. Find them and kill them all.
I was so impressed. It looks so good, man. It looks so good.
Something wrong? The exit should be up ahead.
You're there.
That's just how it is.
It's probably gonna break
After that
through the
commotion,
glass
the bottom floor is
in
completely
true
closed off.
action hero style.
Hey, can you make it?
Over there. There's nowhere to run.
He's like, girl, bye.
See ya.
Yep, I told you he was gonna break through the
Show
glass.
off.
He was going to
You're
break
so
through
reckless,
the
you know
flipping
that?
glass like a boss. I wish I mean, if I broke through glass, I would like break a hip and have 50 glass in my flipping
Enemies
face.
here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be.
What happened?
An ambush?
An
Joker, can you
alien?
handle it?
Joker!
I don't think he
Oh,
looks
no.
like an
Capture
alien.
him.
Girl,
Let's go.
bye.
Go, go, go. Over there.
He's like, shoot. Wow, he didn't have a chance.
Suspect secure.
Didn't expect to find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this. You were sold out.
Suspect confirmed. Cuff it.
Hey, that's a better mugshot than I would take. Much better. Oh, I'm liking this game so far. Ooh, this game is juicy. Juicier than toothpaste. Let me tell you, juicier than chicken though. Okay,
Guess
now
the
he's
drug
being
was too
interrogated.
strong.
Oh, that gotta suck.
Wake him up.
I want to thank everybody for watching too. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
Okay, so the way that you make choices in the game too, I believe, alters it too. So, okay, so what do we say, guys? What do you think we should say? Of course not, or what do you mean? What do you mean? I think I'll say of course not, because you're a dick, so...
So you're not that dumb. Which is good. 'Cause we get to take as much time as we need!
Jeez. What an
Obstruction
asshole.
of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. To think that all those crimes were led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it. Huh?
I was enjoying it? Everything's hazy. I can't remember. Okay, so difference of difficulty levels. Okay, so there is an additional level, but you can only get that if, or additional difficulty level. You can get that, but you have to get it through PlayStation Network. I am so sorry, guys, for yawning. It took, I worked all day, and then I came and streamed, which is terrible, but I had to do a show for you guys, because I had to make it up for you. I'm going to be streaming start to finish here of Persona 5 on Sundays, and also the days that I have off. But like for me, my job, my days are like kind of off all over the place, so it's really gonna depend. Okay, so you have hard, which are for people who like really know the game. Normal is between like people who want the balance of the still normal, like normal gameplay with a mix of difficulty, and then you can also change the difficulty at any time, which is always good. Easy is more of a casual experience, so the battles are made for beginning players like myself, and the choice will not affect the story. So easy, normal, hard will not affect the story. However, and safe as well. Okay, so safe is more for someone like me, where I just want to enjoy the story. I don't give a crap about the battles and stuff like that. I just want the tea to find out what happens to the hero here. So it says, for those of you who wish to enjoy the story, if you fall in battle, you can retry as many times as you like, but here's the catch to it. You can't change the difficulty. So once you pick safe, you're safe, and that's it. Whereas easy, normal, and hard, you can change between these three at any time, which is good. But for me, I just want the story, so I'm just gonna play safe. Yes, I choose the safe difficulty.
You should know your place.
This poor kid, man.
Sign here. It's a confession under your name.
Oh no, this is... Ugh, we'll just say, hey, I understand. I mean, what other choice do I have? Do I want to get beat up by this a-hole?
Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
Okay, so, oh, this is cool. Okay, so, we have to give our character a name. So what are we gonna name our character, guys? Because you can name him anything that you want. What are we gonna name him? We're gonna name this guy. I think I'm gonna name him the default that was given to him in the manga, which is Akura Kursu, or Kursu, I think. Okay, so let's do this. So, all right. So R2 and L2 are between your capitals. So we're gonna call. Okay, so we got Akira. Cursor over. I'm gonna give his last name, which is Kursu. So let's move back to the capitals. Just gotta get that good punctuation. Know what I'm saying? Oh no, I'm being ridiculous. Okay, so we got. So that's the family name. Now, technically, if it was Japan, it'd be Kursu Akira, but since this, you know, it's for English-speaking people, you know, the game, since it was translated into English, that's how it would be in that way. So, all right, so we got to confirm family name. So, Akira Kursu. That is my name. That is my name. I mean business, because it is my name, good sir. Okay, so let's check it out. Alright, so we can pick another name, but since no one's saying anything, so you know what? I'm finished. So Akira Kursu, or Akira, which I'll just say. He's like, here's your shit. That's pretty much it right there, right? Oh, she's...
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the Public Prosecutor's Office.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You prosecutor-san, Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with.
And
to be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
Is good too, because sometimes in Japanese RPGs, the lip sync is kind of off sometimes, depending on the game. But I'm gonna be playing through my RPGs. That's the main thing I'm trying to do. But I had to start off 2018 with Persona 5 because it's still one of the most sought after and probably one of the highest selling RPGs in a very long time. I'm not sure if it. I'll have to see if it sold more than Final Fantasy 15. I'm sure it did.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Oh, she mean business. She not playing.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much, though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long.
Of course it would be cut short.
It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
Man, they are just so crazy.
I understand.
I mean, clearly he's not threatening. He's not like fighting back or anything. But then how could he fight back after they're like injecting him with stuff? Like how would you be able to fight back? That's just crazy.
I didn't expect it'd be you. You'll be answering my questions this time. Those bastards. Can you hear me? It seems you've been through a lot. Almost anything can happen here, and I can't stop them. That's why I need you to answer me honestly. I don't have much time either. What was your objective? Why did you cause such a major incident? I didn't think it was a prank from the get-go, but I couldn't assemble a case for prosecution. It's because I couldn't figure out the method behind it.
Sorry guys if I'm quiet a little bit, because I'm like so into the story here. It's just so juicy. Okay, so we could say, of course you couldn't, or what do you want to know? Okay, I'm not gonna be an asshole. I think I'm gonna be nice here. Okay, what do you want to know?
This isn't an issue of whether or not it can be used in court.
Endings. There's the true ending, and then there's like a lukewarm kind of ending, and then like, I think 2 bad endings? I think. Not too sure. I know I'm not gonna be able to get the true ending. I feel like I'm gonna get the bad ending, and then I'll have to go back maybe if I have the time to see if I can get the true ending, but that's probably not gonna happen.
I need to know. This is my case after all. It seems you're coherent. When and where did you find out about that world? How is it even possible to steal another's heart? Now, tell me your account of everything. Start from the very beginning.
So this is how we start the game. So he's caught, our hero, and this is kind of like the foreshadowing here. And then we're going back to the very beginning of how everything happened. He's just like, I'm so fucked. Actually, the loading times are pretty good. I thought it was gonna be a lot slower.
You are held captive. A prisoner of fate to a future that has been sealed in advance. This is truly an unjust game. Your chances of winning are almost none.
It's like, oh, well, now you tell me.
But if my voice is reaching you, there may yet be a possibility open to you. I beg you, please overcome this game and save the world. The key to victory lies within the memories of your bonds. The truth that you and your friends grasped. It all began.
And guys, this game is like the ultimate RPG. Like, if you like Witcher, well, Mass Effect kind of, well, it's still an epic RPG too. But I think what's so epic about Persona 5 is, I mean, these Persona games, guys, there's just so much you can do. It's crazy. And, oh, I'm so sorry, guys. There's like, you can get into relationships in this game, and you know, you're doing like chores and stuff like that, taking exams. Like, it's pretty much the, you know, how is it like to be like a high school student, but you know, fighting monsters and stuff. You know, that normal stuff that high school students do.
For the sake of your world's future, as well as your own. You must remember.
So I believe we have like 1 year to like complete all this stuff. Yeah, and one thing about Persona, just like The Witcher or any of these kind of epic RPG games, save. Like, you always got to save. So, very important. Okay. So, yes, I would like to save my progress. Okay. Oh, so we can save to the network. That's cool. Alright, so let's save here. Alright, save complete. Level 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for riding with us today. We will be arriving in Shibuya shortly. This is the last stop for this line. Please transfer here for all subway lines. The doors to your left will open.
Oh no.
Please help!
Damn brat! I'll sue!
What? Are you for real?
This poor
Mental
guy.
shutdown?
He
It's
has
the
been
truth.
through so
To a
much.
person, though? It's gotta be a joke. You really love all that occult stuff, don't you?
I'm sorry, guys. I have like an itch. Hey, so many people. But I would like to go to Japan. I think it would be a very interesting experience.
Well, after meeting you, I get the feeling that's what's going.
Huh?
And tomorrow's task is soon.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. That is so weird. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have nightmares of that face. That like, oh, that's so terrifying. All right, we got Saturday. So pretty much how the game works is we go day by day. So this is gonna be really interesting to see how things unfold. Oh, I love the music.
Train doors are now closing. Please stand back.
Oh, great. Alright, so we're starting April 9th. Okay, so hints, if you're ever confused about what to do or where to get next, look to the upper right corner of the screen to view various hints. Alright, so we gotta head towards the train station.
You'll get tired.
Oh, this is cool. Chatter, chatter. You can hear all these people.
Train doors are now closing.
Man, people don't like the police here. Oh my god. Alright, so let's see. Did we take the escalator? Oh, so we got the back streets.
Train doors are now closing. Please stand back.
Can I go this way? No.
Here.
I think we gotta go this way. Oh, so I Seriously, people I've never seen anything like this. This is crazy. Those pants are so extra though, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, starting today, Sojiro Sakura will be taking care of me. He's out shooting in the back streets of this residential area. Alright, so, talking to people. All sorts of people live in the city. Try listening to their conversations or press the X button to talk to them. Learn something new. Yeah, talking is a very vital thing to do in this game, guys. Like, let's see here, to me. Because it helps you to find clues and stuff like that, too. Okay, so we'll say, I want to ask for directions. How to get to the resident that address is in the alley a bit further back. Take a right after that apartment with the stairs. Alright, so... And guys, exploring, seriously, you could explore all day long, not even joking. Okay, we got two people talking, let's listen.
What's that, a record, isn't it? I see a policeman over there.
Oh, he's just watching to make sure everyone's safe. It'll be scary if something like that happened again. Though, let's hurry on. So you got all these like little small like conversations and stuff like that. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Let's take a right, he said. See, I gotta figure out this map of like how to get around. Okay, so let me ask him again here. After that apartment with the stairs. Okay, so we gotta go. Oh, and you can shop too, which is fun. Like here's a supermarket and stuff like that. Okay, so we gotta make. Oh, right. I don't care. I think we gotta. Yep, this is his house. Sojiro Sakura. Nameplate here says Sakura. Looks like this might be Sojiro Sakura's house. Even after ringing the doorbell, it doesn't look like anyone will answer the door. Maybe he's gone out.
What is it?
Looks like no one's home. The heck? I was like, wait, who is talking to me? Okay, excuse me. Oh yeah, Sakura-san's usually at his cafe around this time. Well, the block's in the back alley, so I should make my other deliveries first. I need to take this package too. He's like mumbling to himself. Let's see what he says. Which would be the fastest way to the too narrow. That's amazing. Alright, let's see here. No, let's examine. Okay, I should turn back and look for a cafe named LeBlanc. So let's look for LeBlanc. See, I gotta learn my way around. Seems like you was saying. Oh, right, that cafe. It's in the alley past the tobacco shop here. Okay, so here's the tobacco shop. Oh, it's right here.
There's no time for that.
Here's the one. Looks like this place is LeBlanc. Alright, let's go inside. Let's go say hi to our keeper here of the house. The owner of the house.
A public transit bus was driven down an opposing lane with its customers still in it.
Jeez.
The citizens can't live in peace if this keeps up.
Oh, how frightening.
What could be going on? Didn't something similar happen just the other day?
Vertical is the name of a shellfish used for farming pearls.
Oh, right. They did say that was today.
We'll be going now. The payment's on the table.
I love
Thanks for
coffee
coming.
too, man. I actually found myself it's a cordless, it's a cordless tea kettle. So you just pour your water in there, it'll boil, get hot, and it'll shut off automatically. So sometimes I just like drinking hot water, especially during these cold winters, you know. It's nice to have and to make tea or coffee, but I try to drink tea or coffee like maybe once or twice a month. I don't try to drink it too much, because it makes me go to the bathroom like crazy. So, alright, so let's take a little mini break here, and let's get into our juicy topic of the day. We got part 1 here, and this is coming from CNN.com. There's never been a better time to be single. Humans are mostly monogamous, but this has been the norm for just the past 1,000 years. Scientists at University College London believe monogamy emerged so males could protect their infants from other males in ancestral groups who may kill them in order to mate with their mothers. So the article kind of goes on to kind of give a little bit of history in regards to like married people and everything like that. But this is what I found interesting. Demographically, single people are more powerful than ever before. In 2017, the Census Bureau reported that a number of adults in the U.S. were not married. More than 110 million residents were divorced or widowed or had always been single. That's more than 45% of Americans age 18 or older. And people who did marry were taking longer than ever to get there. So the median age for the first marriage rose to 29.5 for men, and for women it reached 27. And what they're saying is, and this is a report from, well, the trends are likely to continue, a report from the Pew Research Center. If you want to see some interesting like statistics on different types of studies that they do, the Pew Research Center is a really good website. Okay, so it says a few years ago, predicted by the time today's young adults reach the age of 50, about one in 4 of them will have been single all their life. And living alone is also becoming more popular. Last summer, the Canadian press was abuzz with the news that for the first time in the nation's history, more people were living in one-person households than any other arrangement. And in the U.S., that rose from 42% last year up to 39% a year ago, too. And marriage is no longer considered a key part of adulthood. So According to a 2017 Census Bureau report, more than half of the participants in a nationally represented sample, which was 55%, said that getting married was not an important criterion for becoming an adult. The same percentage also said that having a child was not an important milestone of adulthood. And what I also find is that what I find interesting is more importantly now, is completing formal schooling and having full-time employment. 95% said that each of those criteria was at least somewhat important. Okay? And that is very, very interesting. They have some more interesting facts. I mean, a lot of this is common sense. Like, for example, single people are having more sex than married people. Obviously, you know, I mean, this is not to say that married couples don't have a lot of sex. I'm sure they do. And then another thing too, which I want to kind of give my view on and tie it into today, is that a relationship doesn't mean higher self-esteem. So in a landmark study on the link between romantic relationships and self-esteem, researchers Eva C. Luciano and Ulrich Orth studied more than 9,000 adults in Germany as they entered or ended romantic relationships or stayed single. Their conclusion: beginning a relationship improves self-esteem if and only if the relationship is well functioning, stable, and holds at least for a certain period. Okay? And in their research, it was 1 year or longer. Okay? And then people who started new romantic relationships that failed to last a year ended up with lower self-esteem than the people who stayed single. There was nothing magical about marriage either, and people who married either enjoyed better, or people who married enjoyed no better self-esteem than those who stayed in romantic relationships without tying the knot. How interesting is that? So they have some other points too, so I will have the link below for today's episode so you guys can check it out. But here's my thing, okay? I can see why the rise of more and more single people, because what's happening is that people, and this is just my view, it depends where you are in the world too, but I think in America we kind of make marriage seem so perfect. Like in the media, we make marriage seem so perfect that there's very few examples of, like on television, what realistically a marriage is like. So I think for young women and young men out there, they see these images of perfection, and then some of us don't use that rationale to realize that it's just a fantasy, and then that fantasy for some people, they try to make it a reality, and then once they get into a relationship and find that it's not as tangible as it is in the movies, or what people, you know, people will say about relationships, or maybe the relationships they had in their lives growing up were pretty, you know, decent. Those are things that can affect how you see relationships. And I think another reason why there's a lot more single people is just the way that we are treating each other, you know. I was reading a study about how interracial relationships are on the rise, and I think that's just because we've gotten to a point in our society, hopefully, where people are just they're accepting these cultural differences. But at the same time, we all know as single people, like being a single person myself, dating is ridiculous out here. We got guys out here that, you know, and this is just from a straight woman perspective, we got guys out here that you get with them and they give you this perfect image at first, you know, everything about him is dreamy and everything is good, and then once you get into a relationship, boom, they become a completely different person, and vice versa. Like, there's guys out here that they get with these women, you know, they put on the makeup and they transform themselves into the perfect fantasy, and then, you know, they finally get into a relationship, or that lady takes her makeup off and she is completely different, or her personality is completely different. So I think the key to a long-term relationship, or one of the keys of longevity, is honesty. What you see is what you get. Like, if a guy is interested in me, I don't try to put up a front. I do show a good, you know, a good, nice, glamorous side, but I show realistic glamour. Like, I can take this makeup off and I can still look like the same person. You know, there are women out here that, like, literally transform their face into something that they're not, and then they wonder why the guy kind of feels like gypped a little bit, you know, which is still kind of wrong, because it's like, you shouldn't be getting into a relationship because of the intimacy part or the physical part, because looks fade over time, you know. And I know as a single person, it is very hard. And actually for me, sometimes I feel like I have two stones against me. You know, I am a woman of color and I am a smart woman of color. And sometimes intelligence makes dating even harder, because sometimes when you're trying to, like, talk to someone, and this is just in my case, sometimes, you know, if I like a guy, they feel like I'm trying to talk down to them, or I'm trying to demasculate them because of me being educated, and that's not it. So I think the key, and there's nothing wrong being single, and there's nothing wrong being by yourself, because I'm even getting to that point, guys, where it's like, I have just been treated so bad by so many men that, like, I feel like, why am I going to continue wasting my time being with men that are not worth my time, when I can just be by myself and not have that type of headache? And I think we can all relate to that. But it is a very interesting study. Let me know what you freaks and geeks think about this. You know, is it really good to be single? Or why do you think there is a rise in people not getting married? And then the other thing, I think there's a lot of pressure to get married. I think marriage is something that it's sacred, and it should just happen as a natural process. I think a lot of people feel pressured that, like, once they get into their, like, 30s, you know, or mid 30s, and even depending on the culture, some people, they feel pressured to get married as young as, like, 18, you know, or 19, and to start a family. And I think what's starting to happen is, like, some people are kind of trying to, well, there's always been people, but they're trying to question these gender, these kind of traditionalist values and gender roles. And I think that is a little bit of a good thing. I mean, for me, I'm just at the point in my life where I do feel a little conflicted, because I feel like if I'm going to marry a man, he has to be correct. You know, he has to be someone to me, just like how I would make myself the total package, I would want for him to be the total package as well. And that we just complement each other and work together. And I always pray for that. I really do. But then I also have these moments where I'm like, you know what? I don't want any of these guys out here, because they keep treating me like dirt, you know? I think a lot of men think because I'm a nice woman, they think that I'm like a doormat, and they don't think, like, I have any kind of spice in me or something. I don't know. These guys want different things out here. And then sometimes you'll get with a guy, and I know many women can relate to this, where the guy doesn't even know what he wants. And then you feel like you're getting dragged along, you know? So I think it's important for women and men equally, you know, to recognize when a relationship is not working, and that it's okay to be single. Being single doesn't mean that no one wants you. Sometimes being single is, and I think it's important to really get to know yourself, because then you know what you want when you start dating, you know? And for me personally, I want long term. And I think that's the other challenge, is like, there's a lot of single people out here, and they just want you know, they just want to kind of mess around. And that kind of ties into the other story that we'll get into shortly about the rise of STDs, you know. So my thing is, please practice safe sex, you know. If you meet someone and you're attracted to them, I mean, for me personally, many of you guys know that I'm Christian, so I don't believe in like having sex, you know, before marriage. That's just me personally. But what I'm noticing is because a lot of people are not taking the time to, or well, some people, I'm not going to generalize, some people are not taking the time to educate themselves about sexual health. To me, that's one of the reasons why STDs are going up and up here in America. So let's get back into some persona here, guys. Keeping myself hydrated is very important. But then it makes me want to go to the bathroom all flipping day.
This place is in the back alley, so there's no worries of a car crashing in here.
Yeah, that's what you think.
There's been a string of those rampage accidents, you know.
I like
just
that the
hope that
hero
none
doesn't
happen
even
around
take
here.
a seat. Like my legs would be killing me if I was standing up that long.
It's none of my concern.
We'll see you next time.
I love how they make the old people walk. Like they make them look like they have like severe carpal
4
tunnel.
hours for
Oh
just
my
a single
gosh,
cup
or
of
like
Joe.
scoliosis to the max, you know.
So, you're the guy.
Please take care of me.
Uh-huh. I'm Sojiro Sakura. You'll be in my custody over the next year. I was wondering what kind of unruly kid would show up. But you're the one, huh? Have you been told? A customer of mine and your parents know each other, and, well, not that that matters. Follow me.
All right, let's follow him.
This is your room.
Wow, this is that's a nice room.
I'll at least give you sheets for your bed. You look like you want to say something.
You'd be like, no, I'm not gonna be an asshole. I'll be like, it's big.
It's on you to clean up the rest. I'll be leaving after I lock up each day. You'll be alone at night, but don't do anything stupid. I'll throw you out if you cause any trouble. Now then.
And let me know, guys,
I got the
if
gist
you
of your
can hear the
situation.
conversations and stuff, because I was kind of playing around with the volume and I didn't want it to be too loud, you know. So definitely let me know in the comments below. So, excuse me.
You protected some woman from a man forcing himself on her. He got injured, then sued you, right? That's what you get for sticking your nose in a matter between two adults. You did injure him, yeah?
Man, Sojiro is an a-hole, though.
And now that you've got a criminal record, you were expelled from your high school. The courts ordered you to transfer and move out here, which your parents also approved. In other words, they got rid of you for being a pain in the ass. It's best you not talk about anything unnecessary. I am in the restaurant business, you know. Behave yourself for the year. If nothing happens, your probation will be lifted.
Probation?
Really now? It's the word that applies to you. Your sentence lasts until next spring, right? That's why you're gonna be here for the coming year. Cause any problems and you'll be sent straight to juvie.
Man, that sucks.
We'll be going to Shujin tomorrow.
Shujin?
Shujin Academy, the school you'll be attending. We'll introduce ourselves properly to the staff there. There's rarely a place that'll accept someone like you, you know? What a waste of my Sunday.
Oh, bummer.
Your luggage arrived earlier. I left them over there.
Yeah, I like this game. This game is popping, man. This game is popping. what's in here? Alright, so you get to move around. Oh, sweet, man. I like this. Alright, guys, so I am exhausted. I was hoping to really stream really good today. So I'm gonna have to make this a two-parter. And what we'll do is next time, I think I'll stream later on today, probably when I'm like more awake, honestly. But hey guys, thanks for tuning in and checking me out for part 1. You can follow me on Twitter too for updates for the show, which is twitter.com, or just go to, twitter.com, SINTV now. So that's SINTVNOW. And we're gonna continue playing Persona next time. But remember guys, as tired as I am, remember to get smart and stay